Leesburg, Virginia has had a history with putting nativity scenes on public land, and it turns out that some atheists have a problem with it. I don't really understand why. And Ken Reid, a supervisor representing Leesburg, is basically saying that these atheists are just scum of the earth. In fact, he specifically addresses them in this next video. Let's take a look.
Barred will be decidedly less traditional displays from recent years, including signs put up by local atheists who maintain using the courthouse lawn for religious displays violates the Constitution's call for separation of church and state. In the Washington Times, County Supervisor Ken Reid likened the atheists to terrorists, saying, quote, "None of the religious organizations in the county have had any problem with what we're doing. It's strictly this group of terrorists. They're fanatics who basically want to stamp out religion in all public life and property."
I'm amused by that in a couple of ways.
Yeah.
So I talked to all the religious groups, and we all agreed we should be religious. Oh, okay, well then problem solved. Okay. And then second of all, what did I tell you, man? The definition of terrorist was going to expand and expand. And I know it's just one guy, right? But there it is, just throwing it out there. If you're an atheist, you're a terrorist.
Right, but also the very last sentence of his statement I found hilarious, because he's like, they want to stamp out religion in public areas, in public land. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're not. The state is not supposed to sponsor one particular religion, and in this case, they are sponsoring Christianity.
They are, and it's even if they include a menorah, et cetera, as they do this year. So last year was really interesting because they put the flying spaghetti monster, and they put that Santa that was a skeleton you saw there, and atheist tree, et cetera. So that's good. At least they're being all inclusive, right? This year they set new rules up that it has to be attended at all times. For some reason that leans towards the religious groups and does not allow the religious groups. So obviously they're establishing a religion in the sense that they are excluding the non-religious groups.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So it's obvious. And so then that is obviously unconstitutional. When you point that out to them, it's like, I can't believe they're pointing out what we're doing. Terrorists.
Yeah, here's a great way to handle the situation. Just don't have anything up at all. If it's public land, don't have a menorah, don't have a nativity scene, don't have the flying spaghetti monster, don't have any of it. But in this case, they are deciding, okay, we'll do the nativity scene and we'll do a menorah. Everyone else can fuck off.
I kind of like the all-inclusive approach.
I liked it too, but you know
because
what?
I love Christmas trees. I got no problem with it, even though I'm agnostic. Menorah, lovely. Everything's lovely. And then you throw in the flying spaghetti monster. It's kind of fun.
Well, what happened last year is after they did that, there was a lot of vandalism on some of the,
Okay,
but
so
I wonder who did the vandalism.
Exactly. I don't know who did what, right? But if they're vandalizing the flying spaghetti monster, and then they use it as an excuse to exclude the flying spaghetti monster next year, well, isn't that ironic? Kind of rewarding the law breaking. Mm-hmm. But that kind of law breaking, apparently they didn't mind so much. JR.
Well, Ken Reid, who had the quote, they asked him at the later point in this interview of the news report if he regrets after he caught some heat for calling them terrorists. Here's the rest of that.
Do you feel tonight you owe them an apology?
Well, I guess so. Yeah,
Is that an apology?
Sure. But I still think they're fanatical.
Just don't apologize. Like, don't.
That was actually, it wasn't the worst apology we've ever seen. There's a lot of bad apologies.
That was the worst apology.
No. It was the funniest apology.
Okay.
Like, I guess. Maybe. Kind of. Yeah. I mean, they're still fanatical. Okay. Terrorists, maybe. But fanatical, definitely. Okay.